I'm Steph Stricklen with GeekWire Studios here at AWS reInvent, and I want to talk to you now about AI and customer service. Let me introduce you to my friend here from Zendesk. His name is Naidu. Ron, I am really grateful for you taking the time as the VP of Solutions Consulting for Zendesk. Explain to folks what Zendesk does.
So Zendesk is a resolution-based platform, very much grounded in AI. And fundamentally, we want to make sure that customers have great customer experiences with the organizations that are using our platform. So when you think resolutions and a resolution-based platform, I want you to think about Zendesk in that context.
I think they do. It is widely utilized and adopted in the space. When you talk to your customers, what are the biggest problems that they're bringing to you that you, especially with your engineering background, love to get your hands in and help them solve?
Yeah, I think especially in this time and age right now, it's how do I think about resolutions across all kinds of different channels, whether it's voice, digital, through my phone, and so on and so forth. So how do I serve the customer no matter where they're coming to me from? Number two, especially at an event like this, how is AI going to help us? How is it going to augment that experience, offer faster resolutions? How is it going to help those agents in the contact center that are scrambling and looking at all kinds of different platforms and trying to get them the right data at the right time to solve the needs of that customer? And number three, in this context, what we think of as quality and quality assurance. So how do you take all this data, these narratives, these resolutions, and then offer some sort of a feedback loop so we can improve this process over time? Because ultimately we want to offer fast resolutions, improve CSAT, and just an overall better experience for our customers.
It's interesting to me that we are speaking about AI from such a sense of maturity when realistically, even in the past 3 years, the discussion here at AWS reInvent has changed. It is now very much so deeply ingrained in everything we are doing. I want to talk to you, you mentioned voice, so let's talk about voice AI capabilities and where Zendesk comes into play in that capacity.
Sure, I think right now we view voice as kind of a really important frontier. It's typically lagging in terms of adoption and investments. You see a lot of customers like really invest AI with, let's say, digital channels or mobile apps, and voice is still kind of falling behind. So at Zendesk, we've invested heavily. So whether it's voice AI agents, voice that can help augment your human agents, we call that co-pilot, voice QA, even the concept of like automation, workflows, triage, knowledge, and then reporting. So we've really invested heavily in all these different streams, and we see a path where AI and voice really comes together and offers a more efficient and faster solve for our customers.
Can you give me either a real world use case or a mock scenario that might describe how this might all come together for me as an end user, a customer?
Sure, I call into a contact center, and right now they can be painfully almost like reactive in nature. So you're saying your name, your social insurance number, like your blood, like it's just too many things that you're asking. And it feels very menu based, it's not a conversation. We want the AI to turn that into a conversation. We want them to know that we know you as a consumer, and we know that when you're calling in, it can typically be like somewhat emotional or very urgent in nature. That's why you're calling rather than sending an email. So we want, and what we view is AI as a means of accelerating that sort of relationship. And then when you call in, right, the human that you're asking about, like where's my order, where's my refund, right? Right now it's the agent has to consult 14 different places, they're scrambling to understand where to get the data from. We see AI as a means of augmenting that human and turning them into like a sort of a relationship builder rather than just retrieving data from 4 or 5 different places. So AI is helping like authenticate that person, it's helping triage, understand the intent, like I'm very upset, I want to be helped right now. And then for the human, the sort of individual working in the contact center, I'm not consulting 4 or 5 different places. I've got the data sitting in front of me, I know who you are, and I can get you your order or your refund processed as soon as possible. And then when you think about all that, and you think about that across dozens or thousands of interactions, quality assurance. So how do we like interact and engage AI if something's going wrong, and in real time offer coaching or guidance to that agent, or thematically, how do we help our agents in totality when we have these common patterns or themes that are going on with respective issues that are repetitive in nature time and time again.
I love the discussion because there is still a human focus, and I think for people on the outside who do not work in this space, it's very easy to think of artificial intelligence and customer service as something that will ultimately cost them in their experience in working with a brand or a company. And what you are describing is quite the opposite. It is faster resolution and happier customers using AI to build that up. I think that's fascinating. when you and the company are in discussions with some of your bigger clients, what should be top of mind? What are the takeaways for people in the service industry across the board?
Sure, so in the context of like thinking about AI, don't worry so much about automations. I really want to encourage people to think about resolutions. And as opposed to like looking at just like a mandate of, I've got to implement AI for the sake of implementing AI, what we often do is look at how customers interact with the brand, their journey, and understand all the different touch points and where AI can help augment, enrich, and improve, because fundamentally we want a faster resolution and a happier customer and a better CSAT score at the end of the day. So really thinking about where AI is going to play and not just doing it for the sake of doing it would be the first place I'd think about.
Ram, thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
I'm Steph Stricklen. You've been watching GeekWire Studios.